Hey guys, I just picked up this 1998 Nissan Frontier, and it's kind of interesting because on the right over here you have a Nissan hardbody, and the hardbody, that's a 93, this is a 98. So this is the first year that they made the Frontier. 97 was the Nissan hardbody, so it looked like that, and then it switched to this. So this is the first year of the Nissan Frontier. And one of the things I really like about these pickup trucks, especially the Frontier and the hardbody, is that it's a work truck. It's a very simple pickup truck. It's one of the last few mini trucks you can get. Now, I've had quite a few of these trucks. You know, I've had a couple of Toyota Tacomas. My father's got like a Ford F-350. He's had an F-250. This thing is incredible handy. Like when you use it as a work truck, and this is just a regular cab, so you have a very easy way of getting stuff onto the bed. I mean, I can look down on the bed. It's very easy to load, and this one in particular has not had anything in the bed. This is pretty much a commuter sort of pickup truck. A lot of people buy these if they have houses, just to move furniture. That's what this pickup truck has been used for. Just look at the tailgate. The tailgate is pretty heavy duty, and it's got a nice, it's pretty heavy. It's good to kind of slide things. And look at this. This is something that's pretty clever that the old Nissan hardbody does not have. It's got these slats here. I don't know if you can tell because of the sun, but you can put like a 2x4 here and divide your bed into compartments. And you can see there's more slats here. There's one here, so you can put a big like 4x6 or whatever just going across here. There's another one here. There's another one here. So you can divide this bed to suit your needs, because it is a good work truck. So the type of person that would get one of these Nissan Frontiers, especially with the regular cab, are somebody that just wants this as a work truck. It's kind of incredible that this truck gets about 22 city, 26 on the highway. And when you consider all of these pickup trucks nowadays, they get really shitty gas mileage, but these are one of the few that get decent gas mileage for a pickup truck. This one's got over 300,000 miles. This one's got 130,000 miles, so it's less wear and tear, as you guys know. But just look at the front of the Nissan Frontier. Very cute front. I think that's one of the distinctive styles of the Frontier. And when you compare it to the hardbody, you can see this is aftermarket headlights, of course, but it's much more angular. I actually like the Nissan hardbody's front quite a bit. And both of these are 5 speeds. And both of them are 2-wheel drive versions as well. It's just kind of neat to kind of see them side by side. Both 90s cars. You don't see a lot of 90s cars. The Nissan hardbody has got quite a bit of damage from rust. You can see it just bubbling up in various spaces here and there. I mean, everything is kind of, the bed is pretty rusted. This is like bonded over. This bed is pretty large as well. It's got the top, but I prefer it without, because then you can use it just for work and stuff like that. This is something you can notice from the 90s cars. They use this sort of door handle, and the new ones, of course, have these levers. This sort of style of lever, you just kind of push it out. That's much nicer, I think. Frontier. This is the sticker that came with the truck, so it's still got the graphics. It is fading and cracking. Let's put the back on there. Let me show you the inside the hard body. So keep in mind that this has been used for work, and it shows, I mean, this is all banged up. There are no compartments for putting like wood, which is kind of something that the hard body is really nice. The tailgate is also very nice and heavy duty. Look slightly different, not too much. And the paint on this, I gave it a nice like wax job. It might be a little hard to see, but it was sitting around under a pine tree for quite some time. The hood definitely is fading, and the top of the car is fading. It probably needs a little bit of paint. What I'm thinking about doing is putting a little bit of paint on top just so it doesn't get rusted. Surprisingly, this Nissan Frontier does not have a lot of rust even underneath, and it drives fantastic. That's the thing. A lot of people talk about the Tacoma, but the Nissan Frontier and hardbody, when it comes to engine and transmission, are just as good as the Tacoma, and for a fraction of the cost. And one of the things I really love about these things is just you can pick them up very inexpensive and use them for work. So for around like $2,000, $3,000, you can pick one of these up. And I do like the regular cab, even though the extra cab is a little bit more useful. The reason the extra cab is more useful is that you can use it for tools. Not a lot of people are going to be sitting in the back there, but you can use it for putting stuff. Hard body is a little rougher because it is a work truck. It's being used quite a bit. But this is the inside of the Nissan hard body. You can see that radio, this is pretty standard. It's got like the sliding sort of things, and then you just move this back and forth. You have your tape deck, and then you have your storage for your coins here, and of course you have the 5-speed transmission. And this is all useless. You do have a very nice armrest to put tools and whatever here, and then you have a little place here to put a cup, but not much going for it. Other than that, there are no airbags in this thing. This is one of the very few light trucks. It is very, very light, and the door, like, they added, my father added power windows and power locks, but it doesn't come standard with it. And here's your glove box. It's empty, and in the back you see it's being Sophie's trying to get in. Relax, Sophie, we're not leaving. So on the back, this is really only good for, okay, Sophie, you want to go inside? All right, my dog wants to go inside. Sophie, she loves going for rides. So as you can see, the back has got these jumper seats, and you just pull these down. And I have 2 passengers on here. Look at that, you can see the floor through here. That's how much rust this truck's got. And very reliable. The transmission did crap out. It was an automatic transmission, and then when it crapped out, we put in a 5-speed. Sophie, are you cold, little one? Sophie's cold. On the Nissan Frontier, so I'm having an issue with the Nissan Frontier is the speedo gauge. So in case you guys get a 98 and 99 Frontier, they had issues with the speedometer, and the speedometers are actually pretty expensive, so you have to kind of keep that in mind. But there are companies that will fix it, so I'm going to be sending the speedo to the company to fix. So that's the reason this is out. But when you look at this has got a bench seat, which is not everyone's taste. A lot of people prefer the bucket type of seats, and they look better. But I do like this sort of style because it's very old school, very simple, and you can fit another person in the middle. And oftentimes I'll ride with my dog. My dog likes to sit really close to me, so that little tiny seat over there is excellent. When you look at the door, it's pretty simple. Locks, manual windows. You do have like a little bit of a storage compartment here, which is maybe 1.5 inches. Then this is a pretty deep pocket, and then you have, of course, your handle, and you have 2 airbags in this thing. You have 2 airbags, so drivers, and then you have the passengers, and you do have the ability to turn off the passenger airbag. And you have your cigarette lighter, a little coin box, a little slot here. You can put your phone, it's actually pretty good. Then you have your cassette deck, and then you have a very simple AC, which is tiny little AC, which is I don't know why anybody would want a bigger AC. Another issue that I'm having is that the liner on the top is kind of falling down, but I'll fix that with some Velcro, or whoever had it has already started the process of fixing it, but it doesn't look too good. But I'll fix that because, you know, I might use this as a work truck, and it is a pretty decent truck for carrying motorcycles and just getting things from Home Depot. And of course, you know, because it's such an old vehicle, you probably can register it as historic. You don't even have to pay for anything. But it's surprisingly in good shape because of the rust has not been attacking it. So when you look at the bed and stuff, it is in excellent shape. Here's an issue: the lens cover. So, you know, I think she ran into something, so it bent the bed and it broke the lens cover. But everything works on it. This thing does get very good gas mileage. Very simple. And the cool thing about this truck is that when you are inside, you kind of feel like you're in a fish tank, because you can see so much behind because there's no extra compartments. And by the way, this does slide out as well. And it does have a bluish tinge to the windows, which I don't like, but I'm gonna keep anyhow because, you know, why not? And it's just a work truck. This thing is going to be a very good work truck for anybody that wants to get something like this. I might put it up for sale, or I might not. I haven't decided yet. But just when you compare both of these two side by side, you can't really go wrong. And I do appreciate the economy of cars, because cars these days have gotten way out of control. And if you guys heard me ranting about motorcycles going out of control with their high prices just kind of going up. And it is nice to see a pickup truck like the mini Nissan Frontier. You can still get these very inexpensive around and use them for work. They're excellent. They ride really well. This one rides extremely well. The only thing that I had is like to inflate the tires when I bought it, and it started right up and had no issues. I was very surprised. Well, anyway guys, that is the Nissan Frontier and the Nissan Hardbody. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, post up in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.